Oh, Simeon, how you doing today? As you were going to take another sip.
I'm doing great. I'm doing great.
Okay,
Go ahead.
good.
That's it.
Yes, I'll let you take a sip. I won't pull the wait staff card on you. I won't do it. Although I am really good at that. I was a really good person in wait staff days. I was. Made good tips. Didn't interrupt people as they were eating. I tried not to. Anyway, the subject today is a sensitive one,
Mhm.
and one that you, like, what, a week to 10 days ago, had a short live that you put out, a real short live, because I sat there, I know you, and I talk to you all the time. I'm like, what? What does this mean? Short live, not saying much. And then you followed that live up with a post.
Yeah.
And the post was a definite cliffhanger, a definite drop the mic and walk away. Like, what? What? And with nothing. We have talked, and obviously I know what you're talking about, but I'm going to leave it up to you to put it out there, explain what it was that you put out there, and maybe a little background behind it, and then we will go from there.
Okay.
And oh, wait, by the way, by the way, Zoom meetings, Zoom, whatever we're doing here, now throws out random emojis. So if you see balloons, if you see a thumbs up, a thumbs down, or whatever, we're not doing it. It just does it randomly. So just keep that in mind.
That's a good way of looking at it. So this way I won't stop again. Okay. So I'm gonna say this first that as I share this is not easy to share. This is something that's still challenging because it's my stuff. It's my stuff that's coming up. Um about a week ago, a little over a week ago, my mentor sent me a message saying, he was just saying how on our journey where we're at and remember to keep God forward forward in front of us. And then he said, truth shall set you free. And I was like, can you believe that we're on this path, that we're taking this journey and everything? And then it clicked over me at nighttime. Something was rattling in my head. It's like, truth shall set you free. And I took it as a message. So I reached out the next day and I was like, hey, it's like 3 a.m. and it's like 3 a.m. And I'm like, I'm up early and just wondering, is there something that you said the last message you sent me? You said it was the truth shall set you free. As I said, is there something that you see within me that I'm not seeing within myself? Because you already know, as you know, we hide from ourselves. We tend to hide from what's going on within ourselves if we don't do the work. So he's like, no, it's more for so for him. But coming back, bringing it back, that's the backstory of this. I was doing shadow work at night, and what it means is I'm going within, asking questions, determining what's going on within me because something doesn't feel right. And what I put, I was it devastated. Mariah will call it devastation. It hit me, and I was like, "What happened?" I'm like, starting to tear up. I'm like, what's going on? So, with my truth of what I shared after my live, I jumped off. After my truth, I sent a post saying that something I've learned in discovery of the past 3 years, helping to start this journey, was a gentleman, another coach who helped me start this journey, is that discovered that I love women, but I'm also attracted to transsexual women. And it was like, and I just left it there. And I just got off. People started commenting, people started liking, and I'm like, just disappeared. Why I disappeared? One reason is because I felt that I didn't owe anyone an explanation. And it was still hard. It would forgive me, it was challenging. Because while I'm typing that, the ego was delete, 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 delete. And I'm like, no, get it out. Delete, 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 delete. No, write it up. So I was going back and forth with literally duality. Part of me was saying, just put it out there. Just let it go. The other part of it was saying, no, keep it. No one needs to know this. Hide. Be shamed. Stay in the shame. Right? So I put it out there fighting. It was a battle going back and forth at that moment, just going back and forth within myself. And that shadow work was like, it's time to open up the light on this shadow because I'm not going to allow myself to continue living in a space to where I didn't know. And the devastation was like, it hit me. It was 100% clear. It's like, this is what it is. And we could go further into what that means.
Okay. So your intention
Mhm.
behind putting it out there was,
My intention,
yes.
the truth shall set you free.
Okay. All right.
So in other words, no, in other words, it's I don't have to hide from anything. So I recently saw something with David Goggins. He said, he's this is gonna be language. Everyone's fucked up. It's
Yeah,
just more people are used to or better at hiding it.
sure.
And I've been hiding myself throughout my entire life. I've been sitting there pretending to be something that I wasn't.
Hmm.
So,
Hmm.
with that being said, it's more so me allowing myself to step forward and say, "This is me. You accept it or you don't accept it." That's just it.
Okay, and I know from our conversations
Mhm.
that you are very attracted to beautiful women. And that being said, and I'm saying this from a point of opposition, no judgment or anything like this. What besides physical differences, or maybe not even physical differences, because there's a lot of trans women that are gorgeous,
Yeah.
even, more beautiful from the outside than someone that was born a woman. If you love beautiful women, you love beautiful women, period.
Yeah.
Why separate it as I love beautiful women and I'm attracted to trans women? Why, what was your intention behind separation by doing that? I know you wanted to be transparent and be out there,
Yeah.
but women are women, right?
So I did. The good thing is I didn't separate it because if I would have separated, I would have said I love beautiful women, but I said and. So I made sure and specified and not but because a but is going to say I love this, but I also know like I love this and I'm attracted. Now here's a part where people. This is why I love this, where you don't have to do any explanation.
Yeah.
It says, and I'm attracted. It didn't say I want to be with a trans woman, a transsexual woman. It didn't say I want to marry or be anything with that as of a trans. I said I am attracted. So where
Mhm.
people, this is the beauty of it. I love this where you don't have to explain anything. People will take information and what they'll do is the people who judged it, when you say you're not being judgmental, you ask the question. There's some
Yeah.
family members, they ask because immediately right after I sent a text message to family letting everybody know this is it just came to me right now. I might as well share what's going on. So, and of course, there's questions, and the people who accept me and love me and ask questions, I'm more than willing to give answers because you want clarity. And when I said, if you're confused, so am I. It's like, if you are confused, this just hit me, so am I. But the people who judge, here's what happens. As I put that post out, if you felt a way about me putting a post out about my stuff, here's the situation. You begin with that judgment to write a story about my life. You
Mhm.
start creating a script about my life while I'm looking at it saying, the reason I'm sharing this and being open and upfront with this is because I want to be the main character in my life. No one
Yeah.
else gets to take that from me. No one else gets to put me into their story. Forgive me. They can put me in their storyline, but that's not the reality that I live in.
Right.
So me sharing this is me being open, honest to where I can be myself and no one can tell me who I am and what I get to do with my life because at the end of the day, what I choose to do with my life has no impact on your life because I'm not out here doing any harm. I'm not out
Yeah.
here hurting people. I'm taking care of what's going on within me. So I love the fact of the cliffhanger, putting it out there and letting people like, what's going on? What's happening? Because
Right.
I've heard it. I've heard it come back. It was like, did you see what Simeon put on Facebook? Did you see what Simeon put on social media? Now, here's a part about it. Why is it going around when the source put it out there? If you want to know questions or answers, forgive me, come
Yeah.
to the source. The source put it out there, not somebody
Exactly.
behind or someone in a peer. I put it there. So the cliffhanger, me walking away, was truly the fact that I could literally say, you get to create the story you want to create off your judgment. But if
Mhm.
you're truly accepting of me, you will come and ask questions. That's it.
Absolutely, absolutely.
That's
And you want to know something? It actually says something even more about you because it shows your non-judgmental ways because you are open to saying that, you are open to saying I am attracted
yeah.
to trans women. I mean, most people wouldn't say that because they are fearful of being judged and of judging themselves because, oh, well, I like this. I think this, you know.
Yeah.
Okay, so my other question is, and I'm saying this because I know, but this is just going to clear it up for people who don't know, you have not dated anybody who's trans, correct?
Correct. Correct.
And if you were dating someone currently, do you feel that them knowing this will bring out some insecurities in them or make them feel like, oh, great, not only do I now have competition, I always have competition of other beautiful women, but now I have this added to the mix?
Would it bring out insecurities? Absolutely. It
Yeah.
will bring out insecurities for that person. But you and I talked about this. The one thing that I learned is for each partner, especially as a man to women, and women want to feel secure. My thing is, I want to 100% make sure that you feel secure in our relationship. Now, this wasn't the old version of me. This is a new version of me. I'm open and honest. The last date I went on a coffee and we had a great time, sat down and talked. I was going to meet someone else for coffee the following week. And I made sure and told the young lady I went out on a date with, I said, hey, I just want to be open and honest with you. I am meeting somebody for coffee, but it is not a date.
Mhm.
Why did I do that? Because I felt that if I'm moving in direction with this person, I want to be open and honest and make sure you feel secure that I'm moving in a direction to where I'm truthful,
Yes.
100% clear with you, so you know that I'm not stepping out or I'm hiding anything from you. Because what's going to happen is you never know. They could be a friend, could be at a coffee shop. Hey, isn't it the person you talking to? They're sitting here with this girl and they paint a picture, just like
Yes.
where I left the cliffhanger. People paint a picture that's not the reality.
Yep. Yep.
So this will be insecurities coming up. However, at the same time, if I can show someone who I am, my authentic self, my true self, as I'm doing right now before I'm in a relationship, you will know who I am up front because this is my foundation and my core. My conscience is like, it hurts now. I can't hurt ants in my garden bed, Donna. I cannot. It's literally my whole thing now is that I want to be upfront because what I saw that I created in my past was out of my addictive behaviors. So
Right.
there will be insecurity. Forgive me. There can be insecurities that come up if that person allows it. And I'm going to share this because what I was told is when if there's a woman at a office party and it's mostly men, the next woman that walks in immediately in that woman's mind, what has been programmed is that's competition.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So now, like you said, if it's you're worried about other women or you now have to worry about transsexual women, it's like, well, hold on. I said it's attraction, but the woman that gets my heart, she's gonna have my heart. She's gonna have
Exactly.
all of me.
Exactly. And that's what I was going to comment on is that the fact that once, I mean, I know you from all of your challenges and from what you commit to, when you commit and lock into something, that is it. I mean, people are visual, especially men are very visual creatures. You're going to look and you can look
Yeah,
all you want. That's harmless.
yeah.
But if someone is in a relationship with you, they are going to know that they are the one and you're not straying.
They won't question it. They will
No.
know 100% that they won't have to question it. Now, another thing you just said a while ago, repeat. Oh, looking at somebody because of addictive behavior. When I go to the gym, I have my headphones in. If I see somebody walk by, I close my eyes, I do my reps. Why? No, seriously,
I
because
know you do because we talked about that.
but this is part of my journey because the old version of me would look and I wouldn't see a person, I would see a body. And
Right.
it's like that lust was so strong. It's like when I see somebody, if I go back to that realm, I'm like, what's going on within me? I literally stop and say, Simeon, Davis, what's happening? What's happening? Why are we looking at this person as if it's something different than they are a person? So back to the insecure versus secure. The woman that I end up with, and I'm gonna specify the woman that I end up with,
Mhm.
she's gonna know that I'm all for her. I'm
You're
all
all
about
in.
her because the work that I've been doing about within myself over these past 3 years is a world of difference.
Well, and to back up into your point, being in the gym and lifting and not looking because you see a body, the thing is, you can even see that body in Davis, your other side, maybe tugging on you saying, Simeon, look at her. But the person you are today, asks those in-depth questions on dates. So it doesn't matter what they look like on the outside. Eventually, you're going to crack the shell and realize that what their heart and what their intention and what they're about. So you can kind of mesh those two together.
That could be intimidating for some people though, because like you said,
But does that say something about them?
it's just unfortunately a lot of people don't. I still believe I have a lot of work to get done. I know I've done a lot of work, but I still believe I still have plenty because it's forever, right?
We all do.
A lot of people don't know they have work to do. That's the thing. Some people are stuck in their ways. So the fact that you have somebody who could read you well after a conversation, determine whether or not you're lying at the moment, because
Yeah.
we could tell. Um, so that could be very intimidating for some people.
Yeah, but then that's perfect. That's fine because that shows you exactly who you want and who you don't want. So just opening up, if someone is that, if that transparent where you can tell that they're lying or that they're kind of hiding something or they're trying to put the shiny stuff out there,
Mhm.
you can see through that.
Yeah,
And so that's good. That's a benefit for you.
yeah, yeah. Well, the only
Cuts the dating process short.
it does. It does. The only issue with that now is the fact that it's like, dang, I gotta go sit there and wait for the next person that they decided they want to run away, they run away because it's self-sabotage.
Yeah.
So here's something that another reason why I shared. It says this journey takes courage because you're showing yourself, you're literally looking in the mirror, you're looking at your demons, and you're like, who are you? What's going on? One of them it says the strongest person in the room is someone who has nothing to hide.
Well, yeah, wow. Yeah, that's a big one. And that was one of the questions I was going to ask you is, okay, you could come to that realization that, yes, I have an attraction towards.
Mhm.
However, I would think that you would only tell the closest people to you and to put it out there. Why tell the world? Why put it out there to everyone? And, you just brought that up as to why, but you might want to elaborate on that.
Okay. So you said sharing with someone that's the personal. That's like you share with the most
Personal.
personal
It's
people.
like what happens behind closed doors. You don't share your every sexual desire with anybody and everybody. Well, some people do, but why would you put it out to the world instead of just saving that for the people closest to you that aren't going to judge you? They accept you for who you are.
So I thought I had another answer, but the other one hit me again. I saw that meme and it said, I recover out loud because there are people dying in silence. So whenever I share the whole thing of celibacy, when I share my non-alcohol, it's going on 2 years next month. I'm no alcohol. Sex
Mhm.
is almost coming up to 500 something days. I'm going to look at not there yet, but getting there. But
Yeah.
single for 2 years since February. So I share this stuff because some people they're going through this stuff and they don't know where to go to. They're hiding. They are literally hiding from any and everybody because Facebook social media,
Social media.
people will show the best versions of themselves on social media. And then behind closed doors, they're depressed, they're stressed, they're hiding because they're attempting to show the world that everything's okay. I've cried several times on live. Everything's not always okay.
Right.
Me sharing this is literally one, I'm looking and saying, this is part of my journey of me sharing myself, being open with myself. And what's going to allow other people to do is to break that cycle of them dying in silence, that depression.
Yes. Yeah, that's awesome. Because really, we all have our thing. We all have something we're dealing with. We all have our struggles. And the fact that you are open and putting it out there, I mean, we've all been depressed. The fact that you're dealing with it, following through, coming through on the other side, it shows people that, you can have the world on your shoulders. And you know what? You're not alone in dealing with it.
Yeah, 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 absolutely. And then during that time, it was like I told you, I was in that battle. I was in a mental battle of like, don't put this, put it out. Don't put this, don't put it out. So
Yeah.
part of it wants to our comfort zone wants us to like stay latched to a story, and it's like let it go. Like you said a while ago, let it go. So it's like literally surrendering. And every time I say it, it's like it's me going and meditating, it's me going and praying, and it's allowing me to see it's like this is your truth, this is part of your truth. and it's revealing every time. So when I'm saying, like Mariah said, devastation, it hit me. I'm like, what's like, what is happening right now? And immediately I sent in a group text to some family, and then I just put it out on social media, and I walked away for the rest of the night. I'm like, I'm done.
Yeah, I know, because I saw that, and I saw the your short live and the look on your face, that I was concerned for my dear friend. And I reached out to you like, are you okay? Do you need to talk? Do you want to talk? And it was like radio silence. So it's like, okay, Simeon just wants to settle in this and be by himself. Okay, I respect that. But yeah, when we finally did talk, I was glad you cleared it up, because I was very concerned about you.
Well, let me.
It's the people that were concerned versus judgmental, because the people that were concerned or on Team Simeon had some very nice comments.
Yeah, I haven't finished reading all the comments, because I was like, I'm just gonna wait and come back to this, because you realize I posted that and I started posting videos. Like, I didn't come back to that yet. This is me coming back to it now. I just started posting videos, like, just move forward. But
Well,
first let
I
me say,
commend you for your strength, first of all. That's huge.
it was challenging, like I said. But first, let me thank you. But first, let me say I appreciate
As
that.
always.
First, let me say I appreciate you, because the fact that you said Simi just needs to be by himself right now, and you just left it alone because you understood. Because when you and I talk on an everyday basis, and when we don't talk, it's weird.
Yeah,
So I just want to tell you appreciate that. Thank you for knowing, to reading me well, knowing like I just need to be away for a moment. So thank you, because I didn't. You shared that with me now, and I didn't know that. So thank you.
you're welcome.
Yeah, yeah. Now there's something I do want to talk about. There
Okay.
is the ego with not caring, and it is not being phased by something. So the people who I said who accept me, appreciate me, and just giving me props and everything for sharing my truth. Those are the people that I appreciate, because it's showing like, hey, you still accept me, and that's it. And at the end of the day, I had to learn to accept that whole thing with that battle of me going back and forth. It was me accepting me first, because no one else could accept me if I don't accept myself. So I had to accept who I am. So the other side of that is the people who are judgmental, the people who are like ill, whatever their thoughts are. My purpose is not to explain myself to those type of people because of ignorance, whatever ignorance someone has, because ignorance is just lacking of knowledge of something, right? So
Mhm.
there's something where someone says, I don't care, I don't give a damn, F the world. That's all ego. So me sharing this was me battling that ego, because if anything came up and like, I don't care, whatever, blah, blah, blah. It's like, no, I want it to be to where it doesn't phase me. I don't want it to where my ego is in rule of me, to where it's like hiding and saying, no, don't share this. And when it comes out and it's like, oh, I don't give a damn, I don't care. And you say that, it's like, no, you really do. You really
You
do.
say that, but inside you're hurting.
Absolutely. So I don't want to be hurting. I don't want
Yeah.
to. So me sharing it is allowing myself to not be phased by what other people feel or think.
First of all, let me tell you, I like that separation that you had of not being phased as to not caring, because it's true when you're like, I don't care what they say, and
Mm.
down deep you're really hurt. It really does affect you, and then you sit and internalize it, and then you start feeling worse about yourself. So I like that you made that comparison, that different,
Yeah.
it's separation.
Because what happens is when that ego, and we just continue like this because you just brought that up, but when that ego wins and you say, I don't care, I don't care, I don't care,
Yeah.
that's when you find something else to numb the pain, such as alcohol, sex, drugs, TV, food, because you're not willing to face the emotions of it. So you say, I
Yeah.
don't care, I don't care, I don't care. So you're burying it. And then what happens is, why do I feel like crap? Why do I feel like stress eating? You're not
Or why
facing
am I
it.
always angry? Because there's a lot of angry people,
Yeah.
because they hold it in. It's like, I don't care what they think. They can think that, and they get that, attitude.
And this is what I'm saying, you is hiding from yourself because you're
Yeah,
lying to yourself. And
for
that's
sure.
the reason why I put it out there, is because I don't want to continue lying to myself. That's it.
Yeah.
So, and
That's huge. I mean, that's huge. That's really good. I mean, that you're setting an example that a lot of people are just, they don't have the courage, the whatever word you want to use to do that, because it takes a lot to do that.
so um I'm not gonna take full credit for it, because if I didn't receive help, I wouldn't, if I didn't receive help from a coach, if I didn't receive help from a therapist, if I didn't receive help from my family. I remember one time my dad was like, "You look like you're giving up on yourself." And it clicked. I'm like, in my head, I'm like, I think I'm doing everything. But what from his perspective, it looked like I was not doing something. And it clicked to me. And he doesn't even know today. That woke me up a little bit more. So
Yeah.
everything that happens has been a purpose, whether it sounds bad or good or whatever. It's helped me because now it lets me do self-awareness and self-analysis. Like, crap, I need to switch some stuff up.
See, but you say that, and a lot of people don't, they don't get it. I mean, there, you could have received all these little things from other people, but you're doing the work.
Yeah.
You know, you can get these signals and then ignore them
Yeah.
and not do the work. So you do have to give yourself credit. Yes, you give the outside people, the influences, the people that say something, that people that matter to you, that have said something to spark your interest to do something more or to do the work.
Yeah.
But you did the work. You continue to do the work. A lot of people get those signs and they just, okay, how many clients have you had that choose not to do the work? They want to change, but they want that easy button, press the button, I'm good, I'm okay. Tell me what to do.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. Um, I give God credit. I'm gonna say that first. I'm gonna say
Hey,
that
there you
first.
go.
I'm gonna say that first. I will take a little bit just for listening and doing what's said, even whenever you think I'm over here dying for fasting too long, and
You
and I
are
don't tell you,
sure.
but not being
God intervened.
so I'm taking the power away from other people. In
Yeah,
other words, I don't want other people to attempt to create a story for me because I don't get to be my main character. You will be attempting to write my story for me, and I'm learning how to write my own story right now. I'm
yeah.
literally in the learning process of writing my own story right now, and not being phased by it is. This is what I tell us in the group. It says, "Remember when we were kids? Like I'm rubber, you're glue. Whatever you bounces off me sticks to you." So when someone says something to me, I just want to go like this and just bounce. It doesn't even come into my vortex. But whenever
Yeah,
ego kicks in, it comes in. You're like, I don't care. I don't give a damn. I don't. It's like, yeah, you do.
it
Let
hurt.
it go. Be open with yourself. Go into your side. And we're told, of course, not to have emotions, but that's stupid. I'm just gonna say it blatantly. That's stupid. When we do
Yeah,
tell
I have
someone,
emotions.
it's like this is why people lack emotional intelligence because you can't handle your own. That's it. So there's a scripture that I use now that actually helps with me not being phased by it. Because as I told you, I just give glory to God. And it's in John 6, 41, 42. It says, your approval or disapproval means nothing to me. For as I know so well, you don't have God's love within you. So anyone's judging, as soon as someone judges, it says God is love, light, life. Only
Mm,
entity that should be able to judge is God. So when
yeah,
someone judges me, this is what, and this is words by Jesus. What it means is God's love is not within you. How can you judge someone and have love within you? You cannot. So you're far from God. So this is why I understand when someone judges me for my choices in my life and my story, I know already, forgive them for they know not what they do. That's it.
yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
I choose
There's
not to.
something about judgment that you need to look back at yourself when you're judging others, because
Mm,
there's something in you.
yeah, yeah. But there's a significant part. Are you willing to look in the mirror? That's
Right.
it. Are you willing to look in the mirror? So at the end of the day, I looked at it and put it out there because I want to be open to be myself. And one of my friends, so a few people did reach out. A few people did reach out to me by text message, only a few. But one of my friends, like, how do you feel? I said, I'm the same person. I said, I still like what I like. It's like at the
Yeah.
end of the day, I have not changed. The only thing that, and I said, the only thing that's different is there's no shame. There's no shame because people want to program and tell you you can't like what you like. Because like, why are you in my business? Why are you in my life? So,
Yeah.
oh man, there's something else I wanted to say. So when someone is here it goes. When someone judges somebody for the choices they make with their life, you're too disassociated with your own life and too associated with someone else's life. You're too caught up in someone else's life, not your own.
Mm-hmm.
Which is why we don't look at our own stuff.
Well, and I was going to say, there's a reason why they're disassociated with their own life, that maybe they're not liking what they see in here, and I'm not going to associate, and I'm going to see what that person's doing.
That's it. Unfortunately, that's it. And blatantly be honest, that was me. That was once me. So I don't judge anybody for it. It's just I hope at some point, and look in the camera, at some point you see it. That's it. But yeah. So any other questions?
I mean, you actually clarified it. The new season started, and cliffhanger's over. Stay tuned for the rest of the season, because we don't know what's coming up, do we?
No, we don't. At the end of the day, right now, I'm gonna be honest. Right now, I think I'm focusing on me. I am still focusing.
Self-discovery.
Yeah, continuously because this is new for me. But at the end of the day, I do believe that you and I still talk about it. Do I know if I want kids? I turn 37 next month. I don't know if I want kids. I don't want to be the grandpa walking down my kid's graduation. Just sitting out there looking, oh no. But I do want someone, and when I say someone, I do want somebody to help grow and build with. And as
Yeah.
that is a beautiful woman inside and out.
Amen. Yes.
The inside matters more than outside. I'm gonna be honest with
So
you.
important. It's so important. A beautiful heart. And it's just, yeah. Yeah. I'm with you on that.
All right, well, everyone, that's my business. Whenever something else come up, I will be sure to share it, and I will leave it at the click of anger. I don't know. But that's my life. As Mariah say, that's my life. Thank you for listening.
Or as you have said to me numerous times, what, click, subscribe, whatever.
Yeah, Mariah, shout out. Click subscribe, like, yeah, comment, whatever. But if you have questions, feel free to reach out. If you're judging, create your story, whatever you want. That's your business, not mine. I can't do anything about that. But questions about me or whatever's going on in my life, feel free to ask. But also, me and Donna was just talking about it. If you're not aware of what's hiding from you, reach out to us. Donna is
Yeah.
an exceptional relationship transformational coach. I'm exceptional. Well, I don't want to.
You are exceptional.
I'm a life and spiritual transformational coach. So if you have questions, reach out. If you feel that you're hiding, if you're feeling you're stressed, you're feeling depressed, you feel like you don't know who you are, you don't know your purpose, reach out.
Yeah.
This is why we're here. But
You do feel like you're judging.
myself,
Ask yourself, no, I'm telling you, the people. If they
oh,
feel like they're judging, they need to stop and ask themselves why.
I think that's a great cliffhanger for them. If you're
Mhm.
judging and you're not liking what someone else is doing, why? Like seriously, not because someone else told you shouldn't like it,
Right.
not because I'm gonna go there. I told myself I wasn't gonna go there. I'm gonna go there. For you to tell somebody what they are to do with their own body, and I'm saying this based off of babies. For you to tell somebody what they do with their own body, you never know what that person's going through. For you to sit there and look at somebody for their choices of who they love, you never know what they're going through. Who they're attracted to, you never know what they're going through. Why not let the people live as they want to live, as long as they're not harming anyone? I'm not saying if somebody's harming someone or doing somebody any hurt or threatening anybody, yeah,
Right.
stop those people, please.
Yes.
But for the people who are out here just being themselves, loving themselves, and helping other people within this world, let them live. That's
Yeah.
it.
That's
So,
it.
so if you're judging, as Donna said, that's a great prompt. If you're judging the situation of my life, ask yourself why my life is so important to you. But really ask yourself, why are you judging? Why is it hurtful?
Yeah.
So yeah. Oh, I don't think we're done yet.
Oh. Oh.
I can see why some people, I'm gonna say this way. Some people are concerned, like, I don't want my kids seeing this. We live in a world that's different now. This is beautiful.
We have to do ratings on these episodes or what?
Oh, this is
I mean, I'm sitting in a child's room right now.
this is a beautiful thing that hit me. I'm gonna tell you how much love I have within my family. How much love that majority of people can have. We used to get together quite a bit, and one of my friends said, I've never been around a family that's been like this, right? And I have a niece. I have two nieces. One that's half white, half black. One that's half black, half Hispanic. I have a sister-in-law that's white. I have my family has been accepted. Did I say that right? Acceptive,
Accepting.
accepting of so many things. That is love. A lot of people can't accept that. A lot of people are upset by seeing biracial children. A lot of
Oh,
people are upset by seeing uh same sex together. A lot of people are upset by this, but the real question is, why are you upset?
that's
Why
right.
are you mad? Because someone else told you to be mad?
In a world of where right now everybody's screaming diversity, yet you say diversity and then in the same breath you have inner prejudices, inner
Yeah.
thoughts that are going against that.
Now that you say that, I just had a conversation with a gentleman. And I know we're here, we're still here. But I had a conversation with a gentleman. He said Houston's not as diverse as where he came from. He came from Portland, Oregon, because he was sharing me stuff with him, his wife, and his kids and everything, talking about where they came from. And I said, that's pretty cool. I'm like, I'm just thinking about something like that myself. And he said, because Houston is rated as one of the most diverse cities in the States. Here's the difference, he said. It's diverse because you have multi-cultures all over Houston.
Mhm.
Usually the blacks stay with the blacks, the whites stay with whites, the Hispanics stay with the Hispanics, the Asians stay with the Asians.
Right.
Portland, Oregon, it's interracial relationships, children growing up. He said that's diversity. He said
Yeah.
still segregation in certain places, just because you have a whole bunch of people in the same place, but they're separated, does not mean it's diverse. And I was like,
Oh,
so yeah, we're getting on a different subject now. Donna, I appreciate you as always having questions, reaching out, and
I appreciate you for being so open, honest, and willing.
it's challenging. Like I said, it's doesn't make it easy me coming up and doing this. It doesn't, because of course after this, people are still gonna judge me, but at the end of the day, I'm gonna live my life.
Yeah.
Let it go. I'm gonna live my life because this is part of me. But everyone have a blessed or a great one. Let me change that word. Everyone have a great one. Donna, thanks again once again, and we'll chat soon.